Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial on my YouTube channel. And today's tutorial is going to be all about Raksha Bandhan. So for those of you who do not reside in India, Raksha Bandhan is a festival which celebrates the bond between brothers and sisters. And it's gonna come in a month or so. So I thought, let's get some Raksha Bandhan cards ready and at the same time give some more inspiration for you. Now, the same concept can be used to create honestly any other character cards. The idea remains same. Now, for the first card of this Raksha Bandhan series, what I'm going to do is I start off with a piece of Craft Angles notelets. This is actually dual textured white cardstock, which is perfect for blending, and the notelets are made out of the same. Now, what I do is I take one of the smaller element from the set of the Happy Raksha Bandhan stamp set, and that is that small piece of Rakhi. And what I do is I kind of create my own pattern or background for my card by stamping it in Versamark ink and then embossing it with Ranger Superfine Gold embossing powder. Now, as always, with all my videos, whatever products I'm talking about or whatever products I'm using will be linked below in the description of this YouTube video or also available in the blog along with the images and more details of the card. So once I am happy with, how the powder has been placed, I simply take my heat tool and once I start running it off on top of those embossed areas, you can see it created a beautiful gold pattern. Now that I'm ready with the background of my card, I move on to my character or focal point of the card. Now for focal point, I selected this beautiful image of brother and sister standing and celebrating the ceremony of Raksha Bandhan. And what I have done is I have stamped the same on Craft Angles 100% cotton paper. This is not the handmade paper. Handmade paper is what I would never suggest for stamping. For stamping, I prefer the machine made cotton cold press paper, which is 100% cotton by Craft Angles. And what I do is I kind of mix yellow and brown first to create my skin tone. And you can, vary the color depending on what skin tone you are going for. And then I will select some black for hair. And then I'll select a bunch of vibrant colors for her clothes and his clothes, both the girl and guy's clothes. For such kind of festive cards, whenever I'm making Indian festive cards, like be it for Diwali, Raksha Bandhan, even Christmas, I like to use very vibrant colors because in India, celebration is equivalent to using bold and vibrant colors. And honestly, once you add that on card, it automatically looks a lot festive. And another tip for you all is that alongside these vibrant colors, embossing with inks like gold embossing powder, or let's say using a gold texture paste, or using some kind of shimmer texture paste, these will automatically alleviate your card and make it more festive. So that is why I created a background using gold embossing powder, and then I went on to color with some vibrant colors. Now I'm taking you through the entire process of coloring. I have done this numerous time on my channel, but for this particular stamp set, I don't think I have any tutorial on coloring. And that is why, I'm letting you enjoy the process. Once that is done, I will move on to fussy cutting the character. I'll let you enjoy the whole coloring process and then I'll be back. Now, for watercoloring, I had used Craft Angles liquid watercolors because they are extremely vibrant and potent to work with. And on fussy cutting, you can see my technique of fussy cutting. That is, I'm a right-handed person, so I use my right hand to cut the paper. So my scissor is in my right hand, and I move my left hand, and you can see that my hand moves how I'm coloring. So basically, my scissor hand remains quite stationary, and I'm moving my left hand around the character so that it is easier for me to, cut with scissor. I hope I was able to explain, but once if you try the same technique that I do, you'll automatically get a hang of it. Now for the sentiment, what I'll be doing is I'm using the same watercolor paper. I am kind of prepping it for embossing using my powder tool. And then I'll emboss on top of it the sentiment, which is again from the same stamp set. And I'll be using my watermark embossing ink and same gold superfine embossing powder. So again, I am trying to be cohesive and using the same thing across different elements of my card so that it looks cohesive when the final card is completed. So now I'll heat emboss the sentiment, and once that is done, I will cut it out in a rectangular strip, and then I'll color it using the same orange which I have used to color the character, the boy's kurta in the card. So again, you can see that how I'm kind of repeating different elements of the same thing across in different times. So I'm kind of repeating my gold embossing, then I am repeating my watercolors, and also I am kind of repeating gold elements here and there to make it more festive. I will start assembling my card. Now to assemble my card and just to add a little bit of dimension to my characters, I am using some blue double-sided foam tapes, and I have kind of added it to the back of the sentiment strip as well as the characters. And then I will use that pieces to mount these characters as well as the sentiment on top of my card, and just so that my characters are not floating in the center of the card, there should be something to ground them. I am adding some black watercolor, very diluted version, and I have kind of created their shadow, and that completed my card. Here is a close-up look of the complete card, and I also share some pictures with you. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and do consider subscribing to my channel. As always, I'll see you in my next tutorial. Till then, guys, take care. Bye-bye.